Hey guys, how you doing? Bear with me for a bit. I'll just stand by. I'll be back to talk about MechWarrior 5 Clans, Ghost Bear, DLC. Thank you.
Thank you for
Stand by.
joining me, Ghost Bears.
How is your mech, Sakan?
The techs believe they can salvage it.
Good. We want you back on the field with us.
I will be. Shortly.
Has there been a new development?
Since before we arrived, we've been trying to locate the heart of their mech production. If we could gain control of it, and cripple the DCMS's reinforcement capabilities, it would mean Al Shane would fall much faster.
The DCMS has used misdirection and various tactics to mask their high-value targets.
But we have uncovered a major one.
In the city of Bergen, an old map of the region showed a factory power grid powering all mech manufacturing in the surrounding area. Then it disappeared.
But there are no logs showing any attacks in the area that could have leveled it.
And a building does not just get up and walk away.
I had our watch conduct multi-spectrum scanning in regions we already covered. And we got a hit. The Kuritans were using a thermal cloaking device to obscure the facility.
But now the tarp is off.
We will insert into the city of Bergen and secure that factory. If we knock out the grid, powering all of their mech production and repairs in the region...
They will have a tough time making war.
But this will be no easy task. Scans show the facility is very well defended. The second have artillery and fighters at their disposal. Star Captain Lilith, you will insert from the caves on this approach point here. Your objective is to enter the facility at the main entrance here.
No back doors on this one.
The gate will be sealed, so you will need to override it to get inside. I will lead Alpha and Charlie on the other side of the facility here and engage their forces. We will try and buy you enough time to secure the facility. Once that is done, we will link up at the rally point here. Striking at this facility will be a major blow to the DCMS, Ghost Bears. Gear up and let us move out.
Bravo! I do not need to tell you what we are walking into. You studied the mission. We must capture one of their main power hubs on this rock. A lifeline for their forces across the region. These canyons have tested us time and again, and they have not broken us. And they will not now. Ready your weapons. Let us go add significant infrastructure to our holdings in the name of our clan.
Ground teams, status.
Bravo is on the ground.
Charlie is ready and waiting.
This is Star Colonel Zung. My units are in place.
Scanner's showing a heavy concentration of defenders. You know your jobs. Now execute my orders.
Sakan.
It will be done.
Copy that.
Once we exit this cave, they will be all over us. Keep moving, no matter what these spheroids throw at us.
As always, we will follow your lead, Star Captain.
Hey, thanks for waiting. If you waited, appreciate it. Appreciate the views on this MechWarrior 5 Clans and the original story there from the Jaguar's perspective, and now this new perspective from the clan Ghost Bear. It's just going to be a little comparison here between the two the two storyline content thus far, in my opinion, of course. This second Ghost Bear DLC doesn't in my opinion, have the content, the character development, and well, it doesn't generate the kind of interest that the Jaguars did with Liam, who I thought was like the glue guy of the unit, and how Liam, the loss of Liam. I'm sorry if this is going to be a spoiler for, I don't know if you played through that one first yet, or if you're just new to the game and haven't caught up to that part yet. I would recommend this game, though. I think it's very well done for the most part. There's some cringeworthy, very cringeworthy moments, right? The magic gloves, the useless hard body armor in some of the cutscenes, and the dialogue. But the dialogue and the character development was much better in Ghost, Ghost Jaguar. As I said, Liam being the glue guy and the loss of Liam really affected Mia, of course, the most, in my opinion, again. She became everything became a revenge for her at that point, rather than continuing on with the mission. Again, that's just my opinion and assessment of the story. But there was some very interesting characters. Cringeworthy writing, yes, but some very interesting characters. The pirate. What was this? What was that pirate's name? I can't remember right now. But in the very beginning, as you're getting into the game, he was a funny guy. Sorry. And, then you got to know the little bit of the background within the clans and the outbound light and that's sparking the invasion, and how they kind of, I don't know, kind of underestimated the inner sphere resistance. They thought kind of they'd see themselves as being liberators, where they were a little bit shocked and surprised to find out they weren't really viewed as liberators at all, but invaders. And the resistance, I think, because they're feeling a superiority and just looking down on freeborns, that arrogance kind of caught up with them in the battles, and they're also being like a warrior code of combat, whereas the inner sphere didn't play by any particular rules of combat, and they should have learned that when they were up against the pirate on what was that planet, Centera or something like that. And I wish I could remember the name of the pirate. He was a good character, but to me the most interesting character was Cordero Perez. That was a character that you could really, get into and drew you into the storyline. Such an interesting guy, right? And so the first content, the story to this point, for me, was much better. Much better. Gameplay wise, I have no problem with the changes, little changes to the weapons and stuff like this. The initial progression has always been difficult in these games, but it's difficult here as well, so that's being maintained, right? For instance, I had to change the level of difficulty to get through this mission. I played it 3 times, right? I tried twice to beat it on normal, and then I had to lower it down to story mode just to get through the final part. Because I just didn't have the kind of mechs necessary. That I was significantly under tonnage and stuff like this. So you run into that. The same was true with all these MechWarrior 5 games, from mercenaries to the clans to this new Ghost Bear content. Once you build up your arsenal of mechs and upgrade the talent of your pilots, or your star in this particular case, the game becomes a little bit easier. It's kind of rare when a game gets easier as you progress in many ways. Not the mission, but the upgrading of the talent and the upgrading of the weapons, the upgrading of the mechs. But there's just nothing here in these characters that kind of draws you in the same way Perez and Liam and then the choice that you had to make between Ezra, who picked up kind of where Liam left off and became disillusioned with the whole invasion, of course, and the Mia kind of went totally the other way, and it was just, there was a lot of characters in there kind of lost their composure, right? And as I said, she kind of turned into a revenge thing for her, and there is no guy anywhere close to the pirate character in the first one, or Cordero Perez in this. There's just some bickering back and forth with the giving the new guy a bad time, and that's what it's been so far in this one. And the dialogue is just, I don't know if it's the same people who wrote the dialogue in the 2 games, or if they have different writers for this, but it's just to me it's not nearly as good. But that's not to say I'm not enjoying this game. I am enjoying it a lot. I've always enjoyed MechWarrior games since the first one came out on PC, way back in the day. So anyhow, guys, I'll leave it from there. I don't want to discourage you guys from the game at all, because I would highly recommend this game if you like this kind of thing. I think you'll find it interesting and fun. Stick around to the end. I have just a few clips put together that like best stuff finding that circle around Cordero Perez. So stick around to the end for that. And I hope if anybody from Piranha is working on the MechWarrior Online update, if there is such a thing in the works. Like MechWarrior Online is available for PC but not for console. And I hope if they do an update for that game, which is sorely needed. I think it's some 13 years old or something like that, which is a long time, of course. And sorely needed an update right at some point. So I hope it's coming, and when it comes, I hope it's going to be cross-platform so that console guys can play a MechWarrior Online too. That would be, for me, that would be absolutely awesome. I would love to see that. Love to jump in on that. Anyhow, guys, I've been talking for 15 minutes, which is way more than I should or sometimes able to. And I just appreciate you guys watching the videos, and hope you continue to do so. Thanks again. Sorry, you thought you were done with me. Sorry, just one thing I forgot to mention that I probably should. The inclusion of elementals in this DLC, I think, is well done, and it's kind of cool. So that props to them for Piranha Games for introducing elementals into this DLC. I think it's been well implemented. The acting could be it's not nearly the same as the first clans, Ghost Jaguar, but the inclusion of elementals has been a good addition to this game. Anyhow, guys, that's it. Promise. Thank you. Please stick around to the end. Appreciate it.
Systems offline. Field repairs complete.
Executing order. Understood.
That is a solid copy, Star Captain.
Scan mode engaged.
Sharpen up! Still a lot of fight left beyond this door.
Scan mode disengaged. Security
Holy shit!
overridden.
What the hell is that? A fearsome killing machine.
How did we not know the DCMS has that bastard in service? I think I would rather face down another ghost bear.
All I see is a bigger target.
Yeah, except that target only needs one shot to turn you into a goddamn heap. And 1,000 techs in the hands of the Father himself could not put you back together. How do we attack this thing, Star Captain?
Together.
It looks like it can move, but not as fast as we can. I say patience.
You might be a ghost bear after all, Jonathan. The Cub is right. Patience. Choose our shots well.
Star Captain.
Tara, you have advanced scanners. Talk to me.
Scan mode engaged.
Scanning for weak points.
Scan mode
Data received. This crawler might be a juggernaut, but it expends a lot of power.
Does your data provide an ID tag?
Designation, Iron Talon.
Now we know what to call this bastard when we add the victory to our codex.
We're a long way from victory, Mech Warrior. But it has to charge up after it maxes out. We have a window to hit it while it recharges. Bravo, find cover until it maxes out. It has 2 vents in the back and front.
We hit those, it can overheat faster.
target.
This thing is a hulking beast, but it can really move. Focus fire on the tread so we can stop it in its tracks. If we hit the treads, that should slow it down.
Do not let it get a clean shot. Find cover, find cover. Drop that target.
It is recharging.
And the vents are exposed.
Our window is open. Hit it! Hit it! Hit it! We cannot allow it to reach its intended firing position.
How long?
No idea. But once it reaches its target zone, we cannot deny its attack.
And we need to throw everything at it, Bravo.
It is slowing down. If you get a clear shot at a tread, take it.
Scan mode engaged.
Guns online. Guns online.
Another target down, Star Captain.
A kill worthy of the remembrance.
Target.
Gotham.
It is ready. We need to put it out of its misery.
It will not go quietly. Time your shots.
Scan mode engaged.
Watch out! Enemy mechs just dropped out of the bottom.
Scan
This thing has a million ways to kill us.
We may not have an answer for this thing.
We are the answer. We need to keep wearing it down. No wasted shots. No wasted shots. Bullseye.
Good shot.
If you get a clear shot at a tread, take it.
complete. Scan complete. Scan complete. Scan salvage.
Mech destroyed. Mech destroyed.
Disengaged. Destroy.
Direct hit. One tread left.
Target.
Focus fire on the treads. We need to immobilize this thing.
New hostile.
Looks like its systems are maxed out.
It is overheating. It is vulnerable.
Now is the time. Blast it! Blast it! Send another to the scrap heap.
straight to hell.
It is maxed out again!
Keep hitting it, Bravo! Keep hitting it!
That mission was a mess. Explain yourself.
We have completed our jump into Dracona's Combine space.
Now, we take our first steps towards fulfilling the Great Father's hidden hope of returning home and reclaiming Terra. Mere 2 years after our ancestors' exodus, Minoru Kurita and the samurai of the Dracona's Combine ignited what would become the Succession Wars. Kerensky's prophesized forever war, the plunge the inner sphere into centuries of destruction and barbarism. Smoke Jaguar have won the honor of bringing vengeance down upon House Kurita and their fascist regime. And it now falls to all of you to be the vanguards of Kerensky's justice against the very successor state that aided the usurper and ushered in the downfall of the ancient Star League. To be his sword. To cut down a corrupt system that sees humanity subjugated to the whims of petty warlords. And to carve out a legacy we forever etched in history. Fire everything. What I did. I did for the clan. What a mess.